Hi everybody, Rabbanit Bracha here, wishing everybody a Shabbat Shalom, Parashat Vayechi. Here's a question. The Parasha of Vayechi, if you look at it in the Torah, it is the only Parasha, the only Torah portion, weekly Torah portion, that doesn't begin on a new line with open spaces before it. I'm going to show it to you. Vayechi, that's the word Vayechi. And it comes in the middle of a line. There's no Parasha Ptucha before it. There's no open area like this one. That is not the beginning of our Parasha. And it's the only weekly Torah portion that doesn't have an opening before it. What is called in our lingo Parasha Stuma, a closed portion or a closed section. And a lot of people ask, why is that? What is it supposed to mean? Rashi cites two midrashic explanations. One of them is, when Yaakov, our forefather, died, the hearts and eyes of the Israelites down in Egypt became closed because their suffering was beginning. We know that when Yaakov and then Yosef, his son, when they died, that the Egyptians forgot about the good that they brought to Egypt, and the suffering and making them slaves, enslaving them. A minute. Enslaving them began. And therefore their hearts and their eyes became closed from the suffering. That's one. Another one is that Yaakov wanted to know through prophecy, through Nevuah, the truth of the end of days. What would happen? What would happen to his children? What would happen to the nation of Israel? But it was withheld, closed from him. These are both midrashic explanations, and in fact, all explanations are midrashic in some way, because a midrash is when you interpret the text, but it's not written in the text, as my granddaughter once taught me. Here's another answer. In this parasha, there's not one but two great leaders, great forefathers, who died, whose lives were closed, as I said, Yaakov and also his son Yosef. But here's something that I heard from a friend named Jennifer. She shared a really uplifting explanation for this. She said, the phrase being closed, Parasha Stuma, is that the entire family finally came together and was whole again at Yaakov's end of life. They were bound together and closed up as a complete unit, because he had missed his son Yosef for so many years when Yosef was down in Egypt, and he grieves for him. And now they were together, and Yosef was going to work very hard to make sure that the brothers felt safe and felt like a closed unit. And that is really what I wish for us in Am Yisrael. We've had lately, in the last 2 months, so many difficult, challenging, hard times in Israel and for Jews around the world, within the land of Israel and outside as well. And what I wish is that we continue the feeling of unity, the bound together of Am Yisrael. May we continue to hold that close, even if we all feel differently about each other, even if we have completely different views, we should still stay together as one nation, bound up and closed. Shabbat Shalom.